Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Chelsea have agreed to a 100 million deal. A total spend of 100 million will be spent on Kai Havertz. Final details are being done. Total agreement almost in place. But as we told you just 3 hours ago, this is the big week for Chelsea. Kai Havertz through the door. That will be announced very soon. Ben Chilwell announced very soon. Thiago Silva coming through the door. The Kai Havertz deal was taking some time. It's protruded slightly, but 100, I repeat, 100 million. I want to say euros. I want to say euros, not pounds. I'm going to go and double check that. Yes, 100 million euros for the player. 80 million euros up front. With 20 million as add-ons. This is huge. This is massive. And how good a player is he going to? I know we spoke about this many, many times, but it is now moving forward. It's now happening. Daniel Middleton here, just with all of that, just with the blue dots going on. Aidan George, one of our members in the house as well. Remember, you can use the official Chelsea emojis. Also, I think you can use. If you're a member of the channel, you can put that out there. Is it real? Yes. This has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. These are his words. Kai Havertz to Chelsea, one step away, and then here we go. Total agreement to be reached in the next hours with Bayer Leverkusen. Last bid was accepted. 80 million euros plus 20 million euro add-ons as final fee. Last details and paperwork time. This is happening. This is happening. Massive, massive deal. Huge. However, what does this spell for the Premier League? What does this spell for Chelsea? Skype lines are open. Don't know our Skype address. Just search Football Terrace. You'll see our logo. Give us a bell. Get yourselves on. We want to hear from you, especially from Chelsea fans. This deal is done. This deal is done. Kai Havertz to Chelsea. How are you thinking? How are you feeling right about now? I'm not going to tell you. I'm feeling a bit upset. I'm upset. I was so hoping this deal would protrude and fall through. That's honestly what I wanted to happen here. I did, but it's gone through. They've got it done. Maybe, just maybe, we can move forward from there and push on as an example. But let's see. We've got a few people on the call here. We've got O'Shea, Matty, Jem, Prime. O'Shea, you were on first. Let us know what you're thinking and feeling, mate.
Yeah, it's crazy. 100 million. I didn't actually think it was going to happen, to be honest. I was quite surprised when I saw it. It was just a bit crazy.
Yeah, so just 100 million euros in today's exchange rate. I'm just looking here on one of the trading platforms. It's about 90 million pounds for the player. And what's really interesting is that meet in the middle. And we predicted it here. You know, the talk of Chelsea didn't want to spend about 70 million, and Leverkusen wanted like 100 plus. They've met somewhere near the middle of that on 90 million pounds plus, though, when you think everything else that's going on as well. A few people saying that Fabrizio has just tweeted saying, "Here we go." Has he? I'm refreshing it. Not as far as I can see. He says one step away from saying, "Here we go." Actually, no. He's commented back on Christian's comment saying, "Here we go." The deal's done. Listen, it's finished. He's a Chelsea player.
Don't you think it's a bit? Sorry, don't you think it's a bit? Like, I know I remember you was talking about Maguire. Going back weeks ago now on one of your streams, and you were saying the price shouldn't matter if the player comes in and improves your team. But don't you think this is all getting just crazy? You're dropping 100 million euros on a 20-year-old. I mean, I understood it with Neymar because he's one of the greatest of all time, or he will go down as one of the greatest of all time. But you dropping 100 million euros on a 20-year-old who's only played for Bayer Leverkusen. This is just nuts. It's just nuts.
Bro, listen though. You guys dropped 75 million pounds on a defender that only played for Southampton.
On a 26-year-old, though.
Yeah, but no one knew. No one knew Van Dijk was going to be as good as this. What about what you dropped on Alisson, as an example? Man, you boys dropped 50 million pounds on Andy Carroll, bruv. You dropped 50 million pounds on Andy Carroll. It's relative. It's all relative. It's relative. It's relative. It's relative,
Listen,
bruv.
bro, the money that you spend,
We
so
weren't in
long
the
as
right
the
frame of
player,
mind back then. Let's
so
not-
long as
let's
the
not-
player, so long as the player works out, the money that you spend doesn't make a difference.
Let me just say this as well, right? And I mean this with genuine respect. Inflation needs to be taken into account. If you look at the Wayne Rooney deal of £27 million in 2004, if you look at the economic growth of football since then, that's a £120 million deal in modern day money. That's the problem we have. We lack perspective of how much things cost. Does that make sense? People see things like, you could buy a house in London for like £5,000, like a 3-bedroom terrace house in London for £5,000 in like when our grandparents were kids. Yeah. But my grandfather was only earning sort of like £10-20 a week in salary. So it's relative, if that makes sense. And that's the same with football. Yeah. The growth is just quicker than we see in the general economy. £90 million for a player of Kai Havertz's ability. If we go back to when Chelsea were first dropping big amounts of money, it's a cheaper signing pro rata than Sean Wright-Phillips and Scott Parker were. I mean, it really is. It really is.
He's right.
So I think it's great business. I mean, what I will say, Prime, I want to go Chelsea fans here. I know we spoke about it only a couple of hours ago, but he's official now. He's coming. How good do you think he's going to do? Him specifically, how do you think he's going to do in the Premier League?
I haven't seen much of him, but from what I've known, what people have told me, he seems like a really good player, and he's only going to get better. Yes, people can talk about the price tag, and he's not world class at the moment, but he's still very, very young, and he will work harder and only get better. It's going to take him time to adapt, like with most players that come into the Prem. So I'm not going to people shouldn't use that as a stick to beat him over with. But this is the team. What Frank is trying to build looks like it's taking shape. And next season, we've got to improve and no excuses, it looks like.
I feel like, no, I hear what you're saying. I feel like I would be more confident when it comes to Kai Havertz if I was a Chelsea fan. I think this kid, he's one of those players. And what I would also say to Liverpool fans in the house, O'Shea being one of them, like Chelsea have literally picked up 2 of Jurgen Klopp's long-term targets, you know, in terms of Werner and Kai Havertz.
As well.
And who?
3 because of Pulisic.
Oh, I didn't know Pulisic was one. There we go. That's a madness. But it's a massive deal. Jem, give me your reactions to this. He's a Chelsea player. You've stuck to the deadline. 100 million euros, 90 million pounds. Is that money well spent, in your opinion?
Well, it's about time, isn't it? How many times have we been talking about it on here? Blimey now.
Shots fired.
Yeah, exactly. In my ear out. I thought we was going to go down the route of Sancho. Do you know what I mean? But no, it's great. You know, it's great that we've finally got him on board. Listen, this guy is talented. He's very, very, very talented player. He has something that we actually don't have at the moment in the squad in terms of he can pick the ball up and he can make that final pass. He's so cool on the ball as well. I think he's going to be a class outfit. I do. I think, yeah, it might take him a bit of time just to bed in and whatever. But to be honest, at his age, you know, I think he can only get better. And you've got to bear in mind he's moved to one of the biggest clubs as well in the Premier League. So, you know, you expect him to just grow around, you know, quality players as well. So let's see what he's
yeah, no, I agree. Do you know what I think is great though about Frank Lampard? And I'm going to praise him here. Lampard's of that ilk. He is like, he's part of the old school, right? In relation to those players, but I think he understands and can relate to the modern day player. So I think that you've got a manager there that's going to be able to help Kai Havertz sort of nurture him and bring him through. Does that make sense? I think he's gonna bring something brilliant out of Kai Havertz and whatnot. He's such a good player as well. He really, really is. This is a deal. This is going to be transformative. Let me just say this now. All right, this is going to be transformative for Chelsea over the next few years. It really is, and he's going to go and do brilliant, brilliant things in the Premier League. Kai Havertz, I really do. I think he's got the physicality and the technical ability to come and do it. He's got age on his side. Yes, there's going to be pressure because of the transfer fee, but that just comes with time. And remember, Chelsea fans, this is where you've got to be strong. Every game he doesn't score in, Because, by the way, he's now more expensive than Paul Pogba. Every time he doesn't score, every time he doesn't get an assist, every time he doesn't drop an 8 out of 10, Man United fans, Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans, Tottenham fans, the media will be on you. So you need to be strong enough to take it on the chin and back your guy, unless you do a Pepe. If you do a Pepe, then okay, cool. But you've got to back your guy, because you remember, he's actually more expensive than Cristiano Ronaldo was when he left. He's more expensive than Gareth Bale when he left. So the pressure's going to be there.
Terry, listen, all right, we're used to this pressure of living, these type of players being. So you've got to look at Kepa, for example. Look at the pressure and the crap we took from signing him. World record transfer fee, signed. And he's got a lot of crap. So in terms of pressure as Chelsea fans, I think we're actually quite well equipped for what's to come ahead. Do you know what I mean? So we just got to back him. Bear in mind he's still young, and just hope that that he shows what he's about. Do you know what I mean?
No, I agree. And that's the most important thing you said there. Back him. Have his back. And that's what these players need. One of the biggest reasons that Paul Pogba almost left is because our fans turned on him. Our fans switched. Our fans, they lost faith in him. And football players don't want to see that. They want to know that their own fans have got their back at all times. That's going to be important, because O'Shea and me, I'm telling you, as rivals, let's drop the non-biased approach. I'm going to be on Havertz's neck every time he drops less than a 7 out of 10 and doesn't score. 100%.
Of course.
110%.
The same way I was with Maguire, the same way I will be with Werner, the same way I was with Pepe. If Havertz comes in and does it and makes mistakes and starts being sloppy, I'm a rival fan, so of course I'm going to banter them. But can I just add a point though, Terry, quickly, and say that this transfer here, now that it's somewhat official, this transfer here just proves the point that I've been arguing to every other fellow Liverpool fan about the situation with Liverpool. It just proves that FSG and this COVID-19 is rubbish. It's rubbish, because we've been more successful than Chelsea in the past few years. And if you're telling me we can't even sign a £30 million player up front, and these men are dropping 90 million up front, don't piss me off. This has got nothing to do with COVID-19. That this transfer here just proves that. I don't care if Chelsea are worth more money than Liverpool. This just shows you that it's nothing to do with the pandemic. We don't want to spend big money.
Yeah, listen, but Liverpool in a privileged position, though, mate, in the sense of you are going to sign Thiago. I'm pretty sure of that. But you're in a privileged position where you're already at the top of the table. And I think that we're not going to know if it's the right decision until May. And what I mean by that is, if you win the league next year, having not spent very much, and you save the money from this year for next year. Remember, we don't know whether this season is going to be interrupted by any shenanigans or problems. None of us know that right now. If we lose half this season, or we don't get fans back this season, as an example, if it's the worst situation, teams like Chelsea are going to be in a lot of trouble, because they've spent all their money and they're going to lose huge amounts. Liverpool are mitigating that factor because they don't need to spend. Chelsea are at a point where they've got to try and spend, maybe why some of the other big clubs, the Barcelonas, the Real Madrids, the Liverpools, are maybe not spending so much money. So I think your scenarios are different. However, if you don't retain your league title, I know you man are going to be absolutely in so much pain for this. But who else we got on this course? Where we've got somebody else we haven't heard from as yet. Matty, what you saying, bro?
All right, Terry, how's it going, bro?
I'm good, mate. Give me your reaction to this news this morning. Here we go. What you saying?
Finally. I mean, how long has it been? It's been end of July since we heard that the rumour was coming around that he was looking to join Chelsea. Hopefully, Jem and Prime will agree with me, but thank bloody God we got there in the end, right? I mean, it's just do you know what? I mean, we've got a lot of places that I agree with Jem with the last place there. We need to strengthen the goalkeeper. I think that's our main target now. After we've done Kai Havertz now, is to start looking for a new goalie. And then we can be proper title challengers, definitely. I wouldn't go far to say that we're going to win the Premier League this season, because that would be too much of an overshot. But I would like to see us challenging. And I think Kai can do it, I think, as well as Timo. I think we've got a very good squad, very diverse. And we've also signed... and we've signed a young 18-year-old defender. And, Thiago Silva, if he joins, will be perfect to encourage him and coach him, hopefully, and will pass on his ways as well. And I think Frank's done a madness in this transfer window, and hopefully it will continue.
They have done so, but no one can deny. I mean, and that's all on paper. We have to see how this actually pans out in terms of results. But this could actually go down as the greatest ever transfer window for a club in Premier League history, in my opinion. And I'm not even trying to speak like hyperbole. I'm being serious. Like, you look at it from front to back, it's brilliant. We've added Tyrone to the call. It seems to have dropped off, but I mean, how good on paper, Jem, is this transfer window? Do you remember Chelsea in the Abramovich era having a better one on paper?
Not all at once like we're doing now. Over a certain amount of time, yeah, we made some critical signings through the Abramovich era, but not as quick and as efficient as what we're doing now. It seems like we've kind of just thought, you know what, we're fed up of playing third and fourth. We've had enough of this crap. Let's try and get some, quality players in and start chanting.
This reminds me of back in the day when like Jose first came, where we were just getting deals done quickly.
Mm-hmm. But even then though, Prime, we wasn't as efficient as we are now. We seem to just know what we want, and we're just getting it done, and that's the most important thing. We seem to just get things done. Yeah.
Also, with the Kepa situation, I think we're done now in the transfer. I don't expect us to buy anyone else.
I hope so, mate. We need a guy.
Yeah, we need a goalie.
Honestly, I think we can get away without buying a goalkeeper.
I
do. I think the main problem has been our defensive structure and our centre backs. I think with a leader in Silva and improving our structure, I think we'll be okay.
Prime, listen,
man, Kepa, you might as well have an empty net, to be quite honest with you. It's as bad. I mean, it's as bad as you, to be quite honest, man. I mean, my granny could have saved half the shots with an orange under it as well.
Yeah, but also look at how many players we've just brought in. I don't want to bring in too many players and upset the rhythm of the team, especially when all those players now are going to be part of the starting 11.
But there's a difference between buying players that's going to upset the team and then buying players that you crucially need. You guys crucially need a goalkeeper. Like, it's not a case of buying another midfielder or buying another forward. Like, you need, same way Liverpool needed Van Dijk, we needed Alisson. It was crucial. You guys need a goalkeeper, and you need a top level goalkeeper as well.
I know.
It's more important than Havertz.
Exactly what you just said. Top level goalkeeper. There's only one of them out there that is
the money to sign him.
Oblak. I know we can sign him, but if he's not available this summer, if Oblak is not available this summer, then there's no point just buying him. No, Anana's not world class. He's not quality goalkeeper. He's not world class.
Hold on, right? Let's be real for a sec, right? It's all well and good having a Ferrari body and a Fiat Punto engine, right? But that's what it feels like. We've got a great attack, but it's the goalie that needs work. And until we sort the goalie out, having a great defense isn't going to be enough. We're going to have to.
I agree with that. There's no point just buying an engine for the sake of buying an engine. You have to buy the correct one.
Prime, listen, 2 seconds. Prime, we've conceded 58 goals, bro.
Yeah.
That is all I've got to say to you. 58 goals.
Right, we're going to go around in circles on this one. We're going to get this one out of the weeds. I've got to do better at that. It was feedback to me from my dad the other day. He says, I love your show, son, but you let everyone argue over nonsense for too long. So you put your opinions out there. We will because you go in circles. We'll let the viewers decide on who's right or wrong on that one. Do me a favor, everyone who's tuning in, smash the like button. It's so important to us to hit the like button right now. 1,300 tuning in. Chelsea fans must be buzzing. Let's get this to over 2,000 likes, please, ladies and gentlemen. Especially you Chelsea fans out there. I know you're happy. I want to see it fly. We've got David with us now. David has joined us on the line. Me and you did the first video on this news when it came out about 2-3 months ago when this kind of news broke. It's taken some time to get done. 90 million pounds is the total that will be spent on the player. Of course, around 20 million of that is going to be in add-ons. What's your reaction, David?
I'm gassed. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to hit you guys talking about Kepa. Let's leave the bad vibes over there. Today is a great day. Okay, leave the bad
Agreed.
vibes. It's a good day. We're having Havertz. Chili B is coming in. My man Thiago Silva is coming in. Okay, it's looking good. I know the team on paper looks great, but I am not expecting title this year because I just want to give them a year to all gel. Imagine this team when they're all firing and they all know what they're going to do. So I went next season. If we win, is a bonus, but I don't expect that from Lampard. I just don't want to get too far ahead.
What do you expect, though? What do you expect? With you are signing, I would arguably say 3, maybe even 4 world-class players, and everybody else around them are brilliant. What your expectations must be high still, though. You can't, maybe not title, but you must be expecting to push Liverpool and Man City. You must be expecting to go deep into the Champions League. You must be expecting to win a trophy, qualify for the Champions League with absolutely no problems. What are your and by the way, this week we've got to get the dates sorted out. We've got a lot of guests on, but we're going to start doing expectation shows. And you main contributors, we're writing it on, bro. We're doing a time capsule, bro. We're taking it to be stuck on the wall behind me, and then you're all being held to account. Every other YouTube channel out there always tries to move the goalpost at the end of the season. You man are being put on trial here, bro. No echo chambers. What's your expectations right now, David? Speak with your chest. No two backers here, bro. Go.
I expect us to finish second. That's what I expect.
Okay, second.
Because I think personally, City will win the league because I don't think they're done.
Whoa, hang on. You're finishing in front of Liverpool.
I've said, Terry, David's been saying this for weeks now.
I didn't know this. He has not come on my platform and spoke this nonsense. What are you chatting about?
No, I actually did. I fully did.
No, he did the other week.
No, I must have missed it. I must have thought you were joking. You serious? You think you're finishing in front of Liverpool?
I think of Liverpool.
He's been saying this for weeks.
No! What? Where have I been? I mean, this shows I don't listen to my callers. Hang on, stop. Explain how you're finishing in front of Liverpool, bruv. How are you doing that? How's that plausible?
Terry, the one caveat is that we need a goalkeeper. That's my one caveat.
No. See, go back right now. What? No, don't do that. You bottled it. You bottled it, David. No chest.
David's been saying since before we signed Chilwell, Havertz, and Thiago Silva. So you've been saying this, but only 2
Okay, even if you get a goalkeeper, how are you finishing in front of the best, second best team in the world? But Bayern Munich overtook them yesterday. How are you doing this?
Because, right, for me, I think that last year, Liverpool had the perfect year where everything went well. Every time they were in a close game, I think of Sheffield United, 0-0, Sheffield had a couple of chances, Liverpool had a couple of chances. How did the game decided? Goalkeeper mistake where the ball rolls under the legs. Like, there were so many times last year in close games where it went towards them. What normally happens when that happens is that the next season it normally flips, or you're just not as lucky. I expect Liverpool to drop to maybe 85, 86 points. Do I think we can beat
Dave,
yeah.
Let's be honest. That's not why you think that. I know why you think
Speak elite, KJ.
Reason why, you're gonna finish above Liverpool is because you got the mandem from the tribe doing the juju, innit? You've got your mandem.
KJ. Don't reveal the secrets, man.
Bruv, this is nonsense. By the way, David ain't from no tribe. David goes to private school, bruv. He goes to Hogwarts, brother.
I go uni now. I'm a uni boy.
Oh, you're a uni boy now. Oh, no, uni. Yeah, sorry, posh boy. No, I'm only messing. Listen, I can't. Too many people are writing Liverpool off. I've said already, I think the gap will close. I've said already, I don't think they'll do another high 90 season. But to say that Chelsea are going to jump in front of them, I find that, do you know what, I like the confidence. I give you that. I like the confidence on that one. Elite KJ, obviously, you're neutral to this as a Man United fan. How are you feeling about like Chelsea, Liverpool getting close to Thiago? Arsenal have signed a few people, and United in there giving Dean Henderson a new deal. What's your head saying?
Man, I'm looking at the sky with one tear down my face. Like, Lord, please let United sign someone.
It doesn't matter because you've got the Avengers, isn't it?
No.
Oh no!
Wait, now listen, the Avengers need the man them to come through to beat Thanos, innit?
Well, you know.
So we
It's
need Strange and the man them to come through, bro.
Let me know when he arrives.
I'm telling you, the Avengers after they got dusted, it took them 5 years to come back. So
Yo,
5
fam,
years.
listen, you're not even a thing, fam. At least we are a thing. Chelsea, man, think of something and then come back to me, bro.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, we need the signs things, man. We need to sign man them. That we do.
Yeah,
Chelsea-
man. Do you know today's the day because that's what's going to happen now that this is done. You know, over the next three or 4 days, this is what we're going to see happen, in my opinion. We're going to, but you know what I did this morning? I got all the negative. I know what clickbait. Not really, bruv. I'm just giving you the news, but these ones felt real. Thiago Silva, to Liverpool, Gabriel, Kai Havertz, Ben. I have a feeling that these 3 or 4 deals are going to all go through at some point in the next 7 days. And if United don't sign anyone, socials are going to explode because the Man United fans won't be able to hold the anger in, especially if there's a kind of, even if there's a new deal for like Henderson and Pogba, when the sentence like it's like a new signing comes out, it is gonna be like a red rag to a bull, bruv. It is gonna be on.
You know, United fans are pissed as well. This is why. As much as I'm jealous of Chelsea,
United fans.
I love it. I love it.
I
'Cause
love
United
it.
fans are pissed. If you man don't sign Sancho, you man are pissed.
Especially as they've been talking about their magical Avengers. Strange is gonna come in.
If these man don't sign Sancho, you're pissed. You're pissed.
Terry, can I just ask? Now that Havertz is done, what are you going to talk about?
Hang on, bruv. Listen, man. I'm going to talk about how good Kai Havertz is going to be for Chelsea. We're football, bruv. Listen, I know you're only bantering. It's what I say to people. Yeah. The Football Terrace is a digital extension of what me and my mates would do. Me and my mates would discuss the same. You guys must discuss the same stuff with your friends all the time when it comes to football. Like, it's the way it works. How good they're going to be, and then what will happen with the Kai Havertz conversation on match day 1 where he doesn't score or assist? I'm going to be pushing the overrated, overpriced flop agenda. That's what's going to happen.
Also, Terry. Also, Havertz is getting more goal contributions than Bruno. Back the gas. That's my team. I'm backing my team.
All right, David, please, you're posh. Don't put that accent on, bruv, please. It don't suit you, man. Honestly.
This is why you get
David, you know when you put on like, when you put on a bit of slang, David, you sound like a cat barking.
You know what, David? When people say you back Chelsea more than me, they're probably right, because I'd never say something this delusional, man.
No. Whoa.
Right, so let's have it out now just quickly. So you think Kai Havertz will get more goal contributions in what, overall competitions or in the Premier League?
No, Premier League.
Premier League than Bruno. What we're saying, Timo Werner versus Martial, who's scoring the most amount of EPL goals?
Timo Werner.
I'm going to go with Martial on this, and then we'll do one more. Who's going to concede the most amount of goals, Chelsea or Man United?
It's probably Chelsea.
Probably Chelsea. With that kick hat fingers and goal, we've got no chance.
There we go, man. Listen, boys, I love the fact you've all come on. I have got to get back to my normal life now. Everyone who's watching, listen, nearly 2,000 people tuning in. Not enough of you hit the like button for us. I really do need your support in doing that. Smash the like button now. Make sure you're subscribing to the Football Terrace. Thank you to all the super chats, all the new subscribers as well. Tonight, I might be streaming between now and then because we've done this video, but tonight at 7 p.m, Mr. DT is on the channel. We're going to be unpacking all the transfer news. It'll be live via StreamYard. Get your questions in. Might try and throw a few of you on the show a little bit later on as well. Some of you boys, if you want to come on, ask DT your questions. We're going to do a show 45 minutes to an hour, unpacking the transfers, unpacking next season. So make sure you're here at 7 p.m. tonight. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again soon. Peace.